today is March 1st, a very special day, a national holiday in Korea. Where are we now?
We're in Seodaemun prison right now. It's a very historical place in South Korea, and you'll find out why later.
So what this place basically is, Japan colonized Korea. There were a lot of prisoners and they got all imprisoned here.
Kind of like a concentration camp, I guess.
That's like the unbreakable wall. And
the watchtower.
yeah, the watchtower there. So we're just gonna go and explore what the prison looks like, because Danny might go there one day.
Not this one.
Yeah, not this one.
Somewhere close.
This one's for good people. You know, this one's where patriotic people go.
And not patriotic.
Yeah. But this is truly a cultural experience.
Yes,
I feel
this is the real Korea.
Yeah, I feel really good that I came here today. Like I woke up at 9.
I was surprised.
Huh?
I was surprised that you said you wanted to film this.
Of course.
Because you're usually the one that doesn't want to come to these kind of events.
These kind of places are interesting. Whoa, look at this place. This is unreal. Look at the interior.
Wow, there's nothing.
There's nothing. Don't lock me. Don't lock me.
신대 한국 독립군의 백만 용사야 조국의 부르심은 네가 아느냐 삼천리 삼천만의 우리 동포들 건지는 너와 나로다.
So this is the bigger part of the prison, and they've made like an exhibition here.
Usually it's not this.
Yeah, usually it's like this, but today it's like that.
This is a solitary cell. It's for a single person.
Whoa,
There's no sunlight here.
Oh my
except
God.
for maybe this little hole here on the bottom. I guess that's for like draining water and stuff.
Oh my god.
No place to lie, no toilet.
Like, it's my shoulder length.
I don't think you could lie down here properly.
Oh, let's go out.
Yeah, you have to crawl in. I feel very claustrophobic. Let's get out. Let's not commit any crimes.
Yeah.
I read something over there. I guess this is the only humane thing about this prison, is in case of an emergency, you can poke this from the inside and it'll fall down. Oh, somebody's pushing it from the other side.
I'm a prisoner. I'm gonna try to escape this place. Not a chance.
If like 3 people get together.
Yeah, like on top of each other.
Yeah, if 3 people get on top of each other.
Some ladders or stuff. But I bet they'll be like shot from somewhere around here.
And this is the exercise facility.
Exercise in there?
I guess it doesn't look
maze.
It doesn't look
maze.
like an exercise facility, to be honest. But
It's
it says
like the Harry Potter Goblet of Fire.
yeah, the labyrinth. Really, like this is how they exercise? Like
빨리 뛰어, 빨리.
깨워다.
근데 여자는 어떻게 해요?
This is how you exercise here.
Whoever said Asians can't jump?
Wow, so I guess the step here is for like the watch. I don't know how you would like exercise here, like just running back and forth, I think maybe.
Something like this?
이런 거야?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Maybe they throw in a ball.
They make you feel like dogs.
Yeah, they make it crazy. And we're gonna now go to the execution place.
So I guess this is like
A sacred
an area that we can't film inside.
Oh shit, that's horrible.
So
That's horrible.
if you died from execution here, Japanese people would take your corpse and then move it out.
Secretly transport your...
Yeah, for executions that might be controversial.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about this place?
I feel I should be thankful to the people that suffered here more. To be honest, I never really think about it, but I think I should feel more thankful for their sacrifice. 대한독립 만세!
So this is what the protesters shouted out on the streets on March 1st, 1910 to 1945. For 35 years, Japan colonized Korea. During that era, 1919, on March 1st, this day today, Korean people got really angry and they made a resistance movement against the Japanese. It was one of the biggest resistant movements that happened during the Korean history and in the Japanese colonization era. And also, it was the first and biggest independence movement after World War I.
So Japan colonized Korea with its military military force, and they took over Korean politics, economy, society, culture, freedom of speech, crops from farmers, and also supplies from companies and factories.
Basically everything.
There was a lot of anger within the Korean people from the oppression of the Japanese colonial rule. There were a lot of people that were claiming the Koreans should attack the Japanese colonial rule. There were some that were trying to educate the people so that they could rebel against the Japanese, and then there were some that also just wanted to just survive. Anyway, all this anger and rebellious intent was building up and boiling to the point of March 1st, 1919. And there's a lot more to this story, but there's another event that's going on in another part of Seoul that's part of this whole national holiday. So we'll go there and find out and tell you guys more about this
Later.
국민문의 자유종이 울릴 때까지 싸우러 나가세.
So this place is the second event. We are here at Tapgol-gongwon, and this place was where the actual March 1st movement started, because this place was the gathering point for all the students. They were supposed to gather here and declare the Declaration of Independence.
And they just read that over there.
Yeah, they just read it right over there.
That was very touching.
Yeah,
as a
we
Korean,
almost cried.
yeah, as a Korean, you cannot listen to that without shedding tears.
Right. But actually a funny story is the movement was supposed to start here. All the students gathered here. Declaration of Independence was going to be read here by 33 representatives. They were supposed to read it here, but ironically, for some reason, they just went over to the next neighborhood, Insadong, which is like
Over there.
yeah, over there. And they went to this private cuisine to do the Declaration of Independence.
Oh.
I think it's because they got like threatened by the Japanese police or something. Anyways, the students here were kind of like, you know,
Okay,
Confused.
where's everybody?
yeah, where's everybody? And they just went on the streets and it just spread it more, so.
But still, this is a very symbolic place for the March 1st movement.
So we have found out about the background of the March 1st movement, but actually there are more details towards it. There were actually 3 activation plans and 3 stages of the movement. And the first one happened here in the Tapgol-gongwon with students and the 33 nation representatives, and they were supposed to read the Declaration of Independence here. And they spread the Declaration of Independence throughout major cities such as Seoul, Pyongyang, Wonsan, etc. After a week or so, on March 10th, the movement was spread towards all over the country, even to Busan. At this stage, the merchant class and the worker class also participated in the movement, so it got bigger and bigger. Finally, about after a month, the movement spread towards the countryside, and this time farmers participated. So basically all Koreans were participating in this movement. As the movement got bigger and bigger, it also became more violent, and the people started to attack Japanese facilities and so on. So as a result,
7,500 Koreans died, as well as 16,000 that were wounded, 46,000 that were imprisoned and potentially tortured. On the surface level, it wasn't necessarily a success. Many Koreans died and were hurt during the process. The Japanese colonial rule changed from a simple military ruling to a cultural ruling, teaching Japanese, giving them Japanese names. So they tried to take the Korean identity out of the Korean people as a result of this movement. However, it laid the foundation for more organized independence movements that would happen in the future, as well as showing the willpower of Koreans of all classes for the independence of Korea.
that was a brief history of the March 1st movement. I'm very thankful for our ancestors made this country right now as it is.
On the other side, we also have to thank America for fighting against Japan, freeing us from Japanese colonial rule in the process. However, we have to think that if it wasn't for our ancestors' will for independence and their continuous fight, we might not have an independent country.
Right, we were getting prepared.
Yes, it
We were
was a
getting
preparation for future independence.
대한독립 만세! 아, 왜 이렇게
대한독립 만세! 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 만세!